Hi guys, today we are going to see a 2014 released action movie called John Wick. And once most feared hitman leaves everything behind and lives a normal life for the love of his wife. However, destiny had it. His path again crosses with a mafia gang. Let's watch what will a man do in his power if he has nothing to lose. And once again, welcome back to our channel Bunny Recaps. Let's get into the movie. The film opens with the car banging against the wall. The hero of the film, John, steps outside in a beaten-up stage, panting to breathe. He opens a video of his wife, in which they were deeply in love with each other. He falls to the ground, dropping his phone. In the next scene, he is shown to be living a lone life, with the memories of his wife haunting him. She probably died of an illness. John was being with her throughout her final days. After the funeral, John receives the gift of a dog, with a letter from his late wife, which was pre-scheduled by her. His wife wants him to move on and to be at peace while living. Unlike after death. John broke on reading it. John is very fond of the dog. He chose to keep the name chosen by his wife. His only form of companionship is his pet dog alone. One day while filling gas, he came across a gang of thugs. Lassif, the head of the thugs, fascinated by John's old model car. They tried to influence John into selling his car. But John remained stern and left the place without getting intimidated. He then drove into a private road and exerts his anger by driving rashly. At night, the thugs broke into his house and beat him down. John is clenching his stomach and is unable to move. He sees his dog being beaten to death. John is going into the state of unconsciousness. At that moment, Lassif takes his mask and mocks John for failing to protect his dog. The next morning, John sees his dog lying lifeless. He is broken on losing his loved one more time. He decides to take revenge to the fullest. Meanwhile, the thugs try to sell the car. But the owner recognized John's car and warned them to back off. John went to the same car shop to get his car back. He gets to know their details through the car shop owner, who happened to be his friend. The father of the thug, whose name is Vigo. Though he himself a gangster, got disturbed on hearing his son's deed. He is anxious about saving his son's life from John. He grew impatient and punches his son Lassif repeatedly for his folly. He says that John was once the most feared hitman. Baba Yaga, known for his focus, commitment, and sheer will. He had killed a group by just using a pencil. He tries to make peace with John. But John cuts the call without saying a single word. He digs the ground and takes his hidden weapons and coins to be exchanged in the black market. At night, a group of hitmen broke into John's house, sent by Vigo. John is prepared for the situation. He is ready with his gun, sitting calmly to roar. When the hitmen break fire, John tackles them with keen focus, acting swiftly, shooting them down before they could even reach him near. A cop arrives for checking the noise complaint. He notices the dead bodies and casually asked whether John has returned to his work. He leaves after bidding good night. John then calls for the disposal service. They remove the bodies, just like how debris would be cleared off. Vigo announces a bounty on John's head. He also made a deal with John's old friend Marcus, who is a skilled sniper to kill John. John lodges in an underworld hotel. He meets the owner of the hotel, Winston, who happens to be John's friend. He objects to any conduction of criminal business in his premises, but later secretly gave the Lassif's whereabouts. John went in search of Lassif. Meanwhile, Vigo alerts the bodyguards of Lassif. John caught the two friends of Lassif and arrived at the club where Lassif is chilling. He shoots the guards of the club, whoever come in the middle of the way from reaching Lassif. Despite having a huge number of staffs, they can't stop John while they are struggling to catch a single man. Lassif, however, escaped by a small margin of chance. John sustained injuries from the attack. And so, he returned to hotel for medical attention. While he is taking rest, Marcus is targeting John with his sniper from the opposite building. He notices the presence of a lady whose name is Pricey. Marcus shoots at the pillow just a point aside from John's head, which alerts John. He then fights the lady. He is armless now. He later gets the information about the place where Viggo saved his underworld currency and blackmail materials, which is used to extort money from Big Shorts. He reaches the place, which happens to be a church. He kills the security guard and burns all the materials, meaning he reduced Viggo to nothing by taking all his substance that gives him power. He waits for Viggo to reach there to evaluate his loss. He shoots his bodyguards in a blinking second of the eye. However, he was caught and kept captive. Viggo tries to make a deal as a last ditch. But John is reluctant and fierce on killing Losef. Viggo then leaves John to his guards to kill him. John is suffocated and is fighting for his life. At the right moment, Marcus shoots at the guards. John rose to action and fights the guards. He then attacks the car in which Viggo is traveling. He orders him to get down at gunpoint. John demands Viggo to reveal the whereabouts of his son if he wants to be alive. Viggo, who is fighting this war for saving his son, reveals the location himself. On getting the information, John reaches the safe house. Losef is visibly disturbed at the turn of events. The next second, his friend met with a bullet. The guards got alerted and covers Losef. However, John gets them all and shoots Losef. John then leaves the lodge. He met Marcus, who asked him to return to his normal life. Pricey saw them together and informed Viggo of Marcus's treachery. Viggo got Marcus and tortures him for tricking. Pricey and Viggo shoot Marcus. Later, he made a call to John to inform Marcus's tragic end. John was forced to return to the underworld again to avenge Marcus's death. Meanwhile, Pricey was killed by the hotel management people for breaching their rules. John rages in his car to get Viggo. He chases them and bangs them by the side to cause them to go unbalanced. John then takes his gun and shoots the security guards. Viggo sends the head of security, who is the only one left, to cover Viggo. He misses the shot. John hits him with the car. Viggo edges John. He crashes John's car from the side and slides him down the bridge. But John jumps out of the car at the last moment. They both face each other without any arms. Viggo takes his knife, which means he is going against his words of fighting without arms. John let him stab and gets hold of the knife. He then stabbed Viggo with the same knife. John then leaves. His walk staggered, but his face with swag of sheer will and commitment. The scene then connects to the opening one, where he jammed his car on the wall. Watching the video of his wife, meaning the flashback has come to an end. He then breaks into an animal clinic to treat his wound and takes a dog with him from there to home. The film ends there. The movie reflects to never underestimate anyone. Otherwise, it will destroy your whole life. Everyone has a monster inside, never try to play with that. Thanks for subscribing to us. We have planned to upload more interesting world-class movies with unique stories. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and share your priceless comments. It will help us to reach other movie lovers. And do subscribe and join our family for more upcoming videos. Thanks for watching.